Guys, welcome back to the guide series. Today, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff, and I hope you are ready for a jam-packed episode today because we're going over I've taken the last 6-7 days, depending on when this gets up and all my editing I have to do now. Um so I've started off the year. I don't know what day we started this series in particular, but it was sometime in January of last year. I think it was like the 8th or something like that. I would have to go back and look, but so since we started this series, we've gathered a lot of resources. A lot of resources. Now, I'm going to go through, today we're going to go over what we've gathered so far, maybe compare it to other series that we have that we just did videos on too, to compare what we gathered, how much we gathered, and then we're going to go ahead and delete emails and stuff like that. But we're going to first start off with this account and how we, what we gathered, and also some resources that we did gather, or some upgrading of the buildings that we've done, were reinforced from other accounts. So like in November or December, I think it was December. No, November. In November, we got reinforced a lot of materials. That does not show up in what I'm going to tell you. But just so you know that we did gather resources in that month, but we did also get reinforced a lot of resources as well. So we're going to first start off in January. We gathered 126 gems. We gathered in that time as well 5,541,282 of food. Wood we gathered 7,031,768. Again, that was wood. And then stone we gathered 362,466. Again, that was stone. Iron, we didn't have anything that took iron yet, so we didn't gather any iron. We probably couldn't gather it yet. In February, we gathered 130 gems. We gathered 10,052,357 of food. Wood, we gathered 7,562,200. And that was food, or that was wood. Stone, we gathered 986,626 of stone. And iron, then we got an iron, it was 109,49,000. In the third month, we gathered another 10,032,418 of food. Wood, we gathered 16,015,679. With stone, we gathered 2,021,980,000. Again, that was stone. And iron, we gathered 553,76. In the fourth month, we gathered 14,594,443,000 of food. And it was 14,594,443,000. Wow. And then wood, we gathered 19,429,693. That was wood. Stone, we gathered 2,052,879. That was stone. And then iron, we gathered 830,260. And then in the fifth month, we gathered 12,629,530 of food. Wood, we gathered 13,359,570,000. Stone, we gathered 2,945,880. Iron, we gathered 1,316,015. I have a spreadsheet that has all this, and that's how I know the numbers. In the sixth month, we did 7,096,966 of food. Wood, we gathered 14,783,909 of wood. Iron, 3,442,061 of stone. Iron, we did 1,490,014. In the seventh month, we did 8,830,114 of food. And then with wood, we did 20 million 1,400 or 20,149,593 of wood. Did I goof up? I don't know. There's so many numbers here that I have, so I'm sorry if I goofed up there. But just a lot, just to know, it was a lot of resources. Okay. I'm not gonna continue because it's just numbers, and the numbers account to a lot of resources. Most of the months, I did 10 million of wood and food, just off the bat, 10 million. I'm not, like I said, I have a spreadsheet that shows off, like, in the other series I did, like, go through everything, but there's just so many resources and just so many numbers, and I'm gonna just stop there at the 7th or 8th month, whichever one I stopped at, because I got so many resources, in those months. So, and then in just a recap, in November and December, I did get some more gems. So in November, I did 132,000, 123 more gems, and then in December, I did 150 gems. So the gems in total. All right, I'll do this. In total resources that we gathered, we grabbed in total we gathered 529 gems, 122,635,399 of food. Wood, 150,101,550 of wood. Stone, 28,833,349 of stone. Iron, 12,459,075. Just so you know, the last month that I did gather, I did 4 million in stone. 4 million in stone. That's that's unheard of, I think. 4 million. Now, yes, in a day, and I've done this in videos as well, in a day you can get, I think, about 6 million of food and wood, and about 1,200,000 of stone, and about 900, I believe 980 of iron a day. If you just gather just those resources, you can get that much. So, knowing that we gathered about, except for the first month, we gathered about 10 million of every single resource. 10 million. Now that's on top of what we got reinforced. So, in total, I didn't do a recap of, like, last 2 months, but the last 2 months, like I said, we did 10 million. So, in the last 2 months, with the wood we did 10,112,043.70. Wood we did 11,671,043.40. Stone we did 2,701,370. And then iron we did 1,946,000. That was in November. December, 10,072,880 of food. A little less of the wood, with 9,080,157. The only 2 months I did less than 10 million of food or wood, for that matter. Wood would have been in December and looks like October. The food was in the 6th and 7th month that didn't make over 10 million. So just unheard of how many resources that we did gather during that time period. And like I said, the most I gathered in the year for, let's see, so the most that we gathered for food, well, iron. So if you think about gems, would be the last month because we gathered 51. With food, the most that we gathered in overall was on the 4th month. We gathered 14,594,044. With wood, it would have had to been the same month. No, it would have been in the 8th month, which I believe is September. Right? or no, August, August the 31st. We gathered, yeah, August the 8th. That was 20,149,000, and that would have been 593. The most that we gathered of stone was it last month in November or December was 4,169,399. Interesting. But that's last month. That's how much we gathered. Now, yeah, we were just going just for that material pretty much that whole entire month. And with iron, I'd have to say the most that we gathered would again have been on November with 1,900 and 1,946,000. So 1,946,000 of iron in 1 month. So again, I haven't gathered it all this month so far because I wanted to do this video and show off, like talk about stats and stuff like that. So overall, like the last 2 months, I've been working. So I've been gathering, but like it could have been higher. But we'll see. So now we're going to more stats per se in the game per se. That was all on the spreadsheet that I had next to me. So if you want me to do a video on that spreadsheet and show off the spreadsheet, we can talk about it. Maybe we can do a live stream. We'll see. I've never done a live stream yet, particular into War and Order videos. So we are now going to get into real stats. We're going to go through all the resources that we gathered throughout at least the last 2 months. So I'm going to do that first. That's what I've been doing first with all these videos anyway. So, and this will have a lot. And in this series, we do not gather anything that's not in our alliance. It cannot be a percentage at all. So if you looked here, there's nothing in a percentage right now. There's nothing. I might change it up. Because like I said, it's going to be harder to gather the resources now. Knowing that we can gather a lot of resources. And I know as you go higher, the resources needed go up. So it might be needed to go gather somewhere else just to get the resources. Or maybe get a shield. I don't know. Right now, my plan is to do this as a guide series. We'll upgrade buildings as we go, as we get the resources. And that is my main goal of this guide series here on YouTube. It's just to show off things in the game, do the guide, do the spreadsheet on the resources that we gathered, and just continue doing that. Now, I will be tracking everyone now this year coming up. I have stuff going on later on, but I have to now go on the phone and delete all messages because that's what I've been doing here on YouTube for you for these last few episodes. So hopefully you enjoyed this. So let's go into it. So we're just going to go I mean, I can go a little bit faster than this. But again, just gathering a lot of resources from, we started on the 11th, so that would have been November? Yeah, November? Or December. No, November. Yeah, November. So we're going to start in November. Again, we started on the 3rd, which was the mission state, I believe. And again, you won't really know what the mission state is on here, but you'll notice that we've been gathering a lot of resources on that day. And that's how you know it is that mission state. Yeah. And if you go to the spreadsheet, you can actually see, I can see all the trends and, and how much did I gather in a particular day. Like this is probably when I was doing recruit. Because in recruit mission, I just gathered resources. I hired most of my troops. So this is probably recruiting time. That's a 2-day mission. And then I go back to my full march. So again, it just depends on what mission it is. So again, just gathering resources the whole entire, whenever I have time, I just send them out. Right now, I'm only doing 2 marches. Because I don't want to get attacked badly and lose all my marches. Now, obviously, on the gather event, I will pull all my marches and just go gather. Usually, if I know when it is, I'll do it for that day. Like I said, the mission starts up this week coming up. We won't have pretty much that much to do this with the videos per se, but I will be doing most of the videos probably off camera for this time, but I will be trying to get them done. Again, this is probably for either I'm recruiting or not. I don't know. I can't tell. Normally I can tell like when I'm recruiting, like, okay, it's the same amount over and over. And then we got the second. So then we started in the first of the year or last month. So just like I said, just gathering, just keep that gathering going. This is when we started getting gems in there. Again, that month we did get a lot of gems. Again, just gathering, gathering, gathering. That is the most important thing. If you do not gather, you're not going to have the resources to upgrade buildings. So, if you can reinforce, do that. But my main thing is I track everything in this series, as you know. I track everything. So all the resources, this right here must have been the upgrade recruiting, because you can see 81, 81, 81, 81, 81, 81, and went up to 85. That is how you know that it was a recruit mission, because I during that time I only gather which army I have. So if I'm recruiting at that point, I just send out just the recruit. When I'm recruiting. And then I'll add in after. So again, this is going to be I don't know how long the video this is going to be here. But again, just keep on gathering, keep on gathering. You know, we're almost at the top. 51. So this also might have, no, because it changed. So it's not 21, 21, 120. So this must have been, this was definitely the gather event, because I believe it was on the 25th. 26th on Christmas. It was this year on Christmas, so we did the gather event. Again, a lot of gathering. Now you can see here. This is when I must have been recruiting, because it's 79, 79, 79, 79, 144, 144. So again, that's when you know that I was. And again, it must have been from 144, 144, 171. 96, 179, 66. That's how you know that was, and that was pretty much it. So we ended on that recruit mission. And then I stopped gathering. And I haven't gathered since. I do have, the nice thing about this alliance, this round that we're in, I haven't gotten attacked. Now we did have that attack mission. I did put a shield up, but as you can see up there, I have quite a bit of, I have 1 million of food, to almost 3 million of wood, 1 million, 1.3 million of stone, and almost 500 of iron, which is nuts. So one more thing, and you can notice how many gems we have right now. We have 158, 58. So we are, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna delete all these attacks we have done here. Those are now gone. Now we're gonna go through. Pretty much, there's not many here. So this is when it's gonna be a pretty quick part of the video, because I do it every month. So now we're gonna clean out the email just a little bit here. So basically, these are the emails that we've gotten this month alone. Now, I think I did use a few of the gems, but that's okay. We're gonna delete them anyway. So this is about the Sky Ruin thing that came out on 11/22, and the 6th year or the 7th anniversary is coming up this month. I don't know when it will be, but I'm sure there'll be gonna be some kind of crazy mission going out. So we'll probably be doing a video of that as well, here in this in the guide series, and also in my main series. So so again, this is just that information about that mission. Delete it. Go. There's update. Delete. Gone. This one is going to take you out to a website. Just click on the little button there, click on the game back, and then you get the rewards and delete. So this is, we ranked 19 in some ranking. I don't know what ranking it was. We're going to delete that. There's not many here to delete, so we can go ahead and just quickly. Okay, so I must have claimed that. Now, by a chance, you hit this little button down here that says claim all. I don't usually do this, but if you hit claim all, you can claim all these messages at once, but I don't want to do that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to claim each one separately. Yeah, a lot of the gem ones I've already claimed because I need gems. Yes, a lot of them I did claim. Um, and that's it. That's the first of the year. So far in the first of the year, they had an update. um, so one more thing I do want to talk about. I should do it in here. We did get. I don't know if I talked about this. We do have 2 more flags in our alliance. My lower account did 2 flags at the end of the year. So we went from 309 now to 314. So we went up by about 14,000 of resources now. We have all these attack things as well. We're not going to delete any of that kind of stuff because I like to keep that stuff for status and stuff like that. There's one more thing I'm going to do, but before I do that, I am going to delete all these gather messages that we have because I want to start scratch, new year, and all that. But I do want to think that this guide series has been nuts. Okay, I've learned so much even just doing the guide series. You know, I've learned you can gather a lot of resources if you gather every month. You can get about 10 million of food or wood, and that's across the board. Like if you just gather, you can get about 10 million. I did not know that. Like iron and stone, you can gather 1,200,000. I think I talked about this earlier, but you can gather about 6 to 8 million of food and wood per day if you just gather just that at no percentages, or stone for 1,200,000 a day. So say you need stone, go gather stone and get 1,200,000 per day. Or iron, I think it's like 980 per day. So knowing that now, I can easily, okay, if I need stone, I'm gonna go get stone. If I need iron, I'm gonna go get iron. I'm not gonna, if I want both, I'll go, normally what I've been doing lately is I've been sending them all out for everything. For the gather event, like, I'll normally do food or wood because that gets the same amount of points, but they also come back quicker. And then when it's not that mission, I usually go for stone and iron. So, like, I'm always gathering something. And that's where I'm getting that 10 million or 5 million, or depending on the account, obviously, because the higher the accounts are, the more resources you need. Like the main series that we have, 7 million, 5 million per resource. So it's not that much. But like this guide series, yeah, we've been gathering pretty much consistently about 10 million. So that's nuts. Now, before I end this episode off, I know I'm going to make it just a little bit longer. There's a mission going on right now. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I told you in the main series as well. There's a mission going on right now. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Hint, it might be on my phone. The video that I do might be on my phone because of the mission state that it is. If you think you know what it is, let me know in the comment section below. I'll probably be doing a video of that in this series tomorrow, or maybe tonight, depending on what time this video gets up, because I don't want to jam you full of War and Order videos, because this is like the fourth video I've done, and I still gotta delete all messages from my phone to make this be clear. To be clear on my mind and clear of the game. Okay, so there'll probably be a video tomorrow at that, and then on Sunday night is when the missions start up, so hopefully you're ready for the mission state. Now again, I might not do a video every single time in this series. I might do like I did last time, is just do information video and do a combination of what 2 missions they were, and then talk about the 2 missions, how we did, that kind of thing. The other series will be doing the video probably on the day, unless I have an event going on. Like I said, I do sport videos, so I might be doing a game, and I might not be able to do a video when it starts. But I'm still going to do a video. It might just be the next day or something like that. So yeah, before I end this video off, thank you for watching, and goodbye, messages! We'll see you in another year. No, I'll be doing this quite often, like, cleaning the email out. I just didn't want to do it quite soon because I didn't want to lose any footage. Like I said, we've been going for a good amount of time here. About 25 minutes probably, when it's all said and done. But yeah, I want to thank you for coming out and watching this video today. I'll be cleaning all the emails out on my phone next. And I'll be editing all these videos for you. But yeah, there is a mission going on, and you might even see it up on my screen right now. If you know the mission state, you know which mission is. It does end tomorrow, and there's a lot of stuff to do with that mission anyway. I've been doing it the last few days, like I said, as I'm been working on these spreadsheets, getting them all set to go. Like I said, it took me about 3 days to make the spreadsheets, another 2 days to enter the information in. It's been nuts, but now it's all done, and now I can go back to gathering resources and getting ready for the mission state to start up next week. And like I said, recruiting I will start probably tomorrow. In the next 2 days, I'll start recruiting, getting that up. Building wise, building upgrading wise, I'm probably gonna have to do these guys because everything else is upgraded, not, unless I do a barracks. But I think these guys will give me enough points. I'm not sure how many points they give you. I did these guys already, so it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I look at the resources, little bit of food and a little bit of iron, and I think I have quite a bit. Yeah, I have 2 million in there, and if I need the so we should be good for So it's mainly just that stuff. Yeah, so we're doing good. Yeah, so we need 1 million there. 1 million there with that. 1 million, 2 million. Yeah. So yeah, it's just the food on this one, right? Because there's no food on this one. Oh, it is food. So it's food on like. Oh, okay, so it's both materials. So yeah, that's fine. And then we have this guy as well, which again we need a little bit more food, which is a 1-day event. Okay, that's a 1. And this is probably a 1. Yeah. And these are probably like 18 hours. So like I said, on either I could speed. Oh, that's the only thing. How many speed ups did I get? It's under there. It's under here. So I got a few speed ups, not many. I got a few hour ones. Okay. Alright, that works. I mean, what do you do? Alright, well that a little bit more of a rant here, but yeah, we're gonna find some buildings to upgrade. Like I said, we have 2 of those buildings that'll take 18 hours, and the other one's like a day and a half. So like I said, technically I could upgrade those, and get those going. And then after that, I'll have to upgrade a barracks or something like that because I'm not gonna have anything else that's a lower amount to upgrade. And then I also gotta get more resources going because, like I said, I haven't been gathering since the end of the year. So till then, bye bye for now. What?